father will hate him on sight. He's cleverer than him, and he's black. She might change her mind.
I've met the man I want to spend my life with.
Are you insane? White, British, and she's a salesman's daughter.
This story, incredible. David, you've had it for a while now. So
Yes.
what made the timing right for this year?
Just tenacity, and this is when it came together. And I'm a believer in the fact that these things happen when they're meant to. And 6-7 years ago, when I first happened upon the story, I didn't know Rosamund at that point, and I truly believe she was the right person to play opposite with this film. So it sort of came together when it was meant to.
And Rosamund, can you talk about any challenges you had playing Ruth? I mean, you all are shooting in Botswana.
Yeah.
You're there with the native people, and you have this white woman trying to be accepted by this African tribe. So can you speak of any challenges?
Well, that was very exciting to me, that opportunity, because as a white person, with a British passport, to up till now, one's been able to travel pretty freely, been accepted almost anywhere all over the world. It's probably about as easy as it gets in terms of... And so I really relish the chance to go into this and feel like the other, and to be greeted with suspicion, and there are plenty of white people now in Botswana, but they're still a minority. They're the minority, right? So and there's some of the areas we filmed in were rural enough for you to be still quite odd. And I just think it's a very interesting look. If you're dealing with the subject of race, then you've got to look at prejudice on all sides. Mm-hmm. And that's why this film really spoke to me. I thought, well, this really is a look, because it's here you've got these two people who are completely colourblind, really. They're just, they just have fallen in love, and they have a willingness and a sort of heartfelt desire to understand each other's community and get involved. And they're met with, pushback, pushback, pushback. And that's what I found so exciting about it.
An incredible love story it was. I know
Yeah.
we were all emotional watching the film, thinking about those times. Now, the title, A United Kingdom, is interesting given the current climate of our country and everything that we're dealing with.
And the UK as well.
Exactly. So what would it take for us to be united?
Well, I think the film illustrates the power of love. And that can feel simplistic in relation to the politics that's going on both here in America and the United Kingdom where we're from. But it is as simple as that. And I think that these two people illustrate that. You could argue that they were naive to fall in love and try to be together the way they did. But the truth of the matter is the sacrificial nature of their love, the fact that they were prepared to go to the lengths that they did to stay together. And the byproduct of that was the fact that Botswana is one of the few countries in Africa that has possession of most of its resources in relation to the rest of the world. They learn a lesson, through being together about how to be. And that country is now, they consider themselves post-racial, despite the fact that they share a border with South Africa. And you could be in South Africa and that's not post-racial.
And it's a very safe country to live in, actually, Botswana,
Yeah,
isn't it? They've got very little crime, almost no gun crime at all.
And it's part of the legacy of like I say, the love that they had for each other, and which they let govern everything that they did within that nation.
And you, David, you're in an interracial marriage, so I would imagine that you, though different times, very different times, of course, but you found some type of connection to this love story and this relationship. Can you touch on that?
Yeah, I mean, Jess, my wife, and I have experienced nothing like they
And
experienced.
she was in the film.
She was in the film playing a racist. Having more fun with it than I think she should have, by the way. But I think the thing that I take away from the film, considering the marriage I'm in, is just how fortunate she and I are to not have faced those obstacles that they faced, not to have had to pay the price they did for being together in a sense. But more above and beyond that in my own life, the thing that I just love about the film and the story is the fact that it's a love story. The fact that someone like me, a black person, you know, can be in a film like this that shows a leader who loved his people, someone who is a prince, who, you know, weirdly, you know, she's the commoner in this one. It's so often the other way around. And so there are elements of the black experience that we just don't get to normally see that we see in this film.
Well, there you have it, a United Kingdom coming soon. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.